I see a lot of realtors who jump into the business. They're in the business for maybe 90, 180 days, maybe, they make it a full year, and then they fail out of the business. The failure rate in real estate is extremely high. I think the statistic was that over 80% of realtors fail in their first couple of years of business and drop out of the business entirely. Now, considering that there's like roughly 1.5 million realtors or real estate licensees in the United States, that's a crazy number. That means that the turnover rate every couple of years is over 1 million agents. A million people who got their license and 1 million people who dropped out of the business and gave up their license. Now, if you don't want to be one of those people, if you want to be one of the, couple 100,000 that succeeds and holds a license over the long term and makes a hell of a lot of money along the way, then make sure to stay tuned to what we're going to talk about here in this video. We're going to cover a lot of important information. I'm going to cover 4 things that you should or shouldn't do in order to become one of those successful realtors. Now, as we jump into this, my name's Cody. I'm the YouTube realtor. I've used YouTube to grow my real estate business almost exclusively over the past 3 years. This is something I absolutely love doing, and I had so many people reaching out asking me about it that I decided to start getting serious about this channel here, posting content for other real estate agents. Now, if you think that YouTube could be the answer for your own business, or you just like my message that I'm sharing here talking about how to succeed in real estate, then make sure to check out some of the links in the description box below. You can join us over here at Real Broker. We love helping people and help people one-on-one every single day grow their real estate business. So make sure to check that out. And also, if you just have questions for me about Real Broker, about YouTube, or about anything else, make sure to reach out to me. You can shoot me an email. My link is in the description box below where you can contact me. I'd love to hear from you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. First up, number 1 on the list is going to be false expectations. This is something I see over and over again. I see a lot of real estate agents jump into the business and they think, hey, I'm going to be able to sell a ton of real estate. As soon as I get my license, I'll just tell my friends and family, and all of a sudden I'll start getting deals, right? I'll be able to sell 1, 2, maybe even 3 houses every month, every other month, and I'll be able to make a successful career out of this. Unfortunately, that's just not the reality, right? Unless you come from a sales background, jumping into real estate is going to be a massive difference from what you're probably used to. If you're used to working a 9 to 5 or a salary position where you get paid, by the hour, or you get paid a set amount every single week, this is going to be a little bit of a different change for you and something you have to prepare for. At the end of the day, this is a sales business, and this is something that takes a lot of time and effort. You have to be a salesman, you have to be a people person, and you have to know how to go out there and market and brand yourself in order to get people reaching out to you. Like I said earlier, I've used YouTube to do this in my own business, and it's been very lucrative for me. However, that might not be the right answer for you. Maybe you're into open houses, maybe you're into networking, maybe you're into cold calling, right? There could be a lot of different ways to go out there and get business, but you have to make sure that whatever it is you do, you've got the correct expectations on how to make that possible. After all, even if you meet somebody who wants to buy or sell a home, there's a good chance they might not be looking to do that for at least 1, 2, 3 months, sometimes even 6 to 12 months before they actually make a decision to buy or sell. Even then, once you have them under contract, it's going to be another 30 days before you close on that house. So you have to make sure that you're prepared for the expectation of this taking a longer time to get up and going. It's all about building momentum in real estate. And that leads me right into point number 2, which is you need to have enough working capital to be able to get through those down times. If you've got a lead who comes into your database today and says, hey, I want to buy or sell a home, they might not be able to do that for 3 months. Then they get to that point where they make a decision. Then it's another 30 days before that home actually closes, which means that you're waiting at least 4 months before you get paid on that one particular client. So if that's something you're concerned about, you need to make sure you have enough working capital to get through those slow times. There's going to be up months, there's going to be down months. And even for me, despite selling, 40 plus homes every single year, I still occasionally get a month where I won't sell any business, and I have to be able to keep some money in savings, have that working capital to be able to get me through to the next month until I close another couple deals, right? So that's still going to happen until you get to the point where you're closing deals, every single week. It's going to be a little bit rough, and you want to make sure you've got enough money to keep going. Make sure you got some money saved up, and make sure you can weather at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 months, or hold a part-time job, or just have a backup plan so you can be prepared to make it through those first couple of months. Number 3 on our list is going to be learn. Now, this is something I think is incredibly important when it comes to real estate. Yes, you can go through real estate school. You can learn, what the rules are, what the laws are around real estate, how to actually write a contract, whatever, but that doesn't teach you how to go out there and get business. That's the one thing that I hate about real estate school is they teach you basically how to not get fined and how to stay out of jail, and that's about it, right? They don't teach you anything about building a business. So when you first get into the business, you should go out there and try to learn as much as possible. Get around people who are doing what you want to do, selling real estate at a very high level, and then pay attention attention to what they do, right? How are they going about their day? How are they disciplined? How are they looking at what happens on a daily basis? How are they talking to clients, right? How many calls are they making a day? How are they putting out content? How are they creating this content? You really kind of have to look at the nuances and the details of what that person does. And then you can kind of work backwards and say, I see they made 10 pieces of content every single day for 3 years. No wonder they're getting a lot of business from this. It's going to take a lot of time, but in the very beginning, think of it as kind of just a learning opportunity. The first year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years of your real estate career is mostly going to be just learning how this process works, how to make sales, how to go out there and brand and market yourself in order to grow a business of getting consistent sales, month over month. Now, when you do that, I think it's incredibly important to make sure to try new things, right? If you were to come and work in my business, you would see that I've had a ton of success with YouTube. However, that might not be the right answer for you, right? Maybe you don't like being on camera and you want to be the person who's at a networking event, right? You're talking to friends and family at these different networking events, and you're going to create relationships that will bring you business. Maybe you're the guy that doesn't want to do any networking, right? Maybe you want to do cold calling. Whatever it is, just make sure to try new things and figure out what works for you. At the end of the day, there's a lot of different ways to get business, and you have to realize that no matter what it is you do, if you put full 100% focus into that lead generation method, it will work for you, right? The system will work as long as you work it, whether you're cold calling or doing open houses or YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or Facebook ads or pay-per-click ads, whatever it is. If you put the time and effort into maximize that and learn it at the highest ability, you will find success with it. And that brings me right into point number 4, which is that most real estate agents, when they get into the business, they have a lack of discipline and they have absolutely no schedule. Now, when you first get in the business, you're going to think, wow, this is great. I make my own hours. I can work when I want. I've got no boss. I can do whatever I want. But the reality of that is that you still have to be disciplined and have a daily schedule in order to find success in this business. Yes, you can sell, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 homes a year without a strict discipline or without a strict schedule. But if you really want to grow your business, if you want to be doing 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50 plus deals a year, you have to have a daily schedule and you have to be disciplined and take this seriously. I see way too many agents who get in the business and they start focusing on things that really just don't matter, right? They're working on their website, they're working on their business card, they're working on organizing their desk and, learning about the newest Facebook ad click thing and branding and how it's going to affect the Apple iPhone and blah, 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 right? Nobody cares about that. That's not going to help you sell real estate, right? Focus on what actually gets business, whether it's content creation, whether it's holding an open house, maybe it's door knocking, maybe it's cold calling, and start doing that. You should take up at least 50% plus of your day doing things that are going to generate leads for you that you can potentially go out there and start working with in order to sell real estate. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to reach out to me. My link's in the description box below where you can schedule a time to chat with me. I'd love to help anybody who I can. If you want to join us over here at Real Broker for one-on-one support, that's something that we can offer as well. And I love hearing from you guys. So reach out to me. I'm an open book. I'll share anything I can. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to get updated on these new videos. And with that said, we'll catch you in the next one.